Hello, race fans. Thanks very much for being here. Welcome to round 4 of Daytona Sandown Park's Inkart Championship. We're on the rolling up lap here for heat number 1. So we've got Justin Hammond in first place, Tom Brown second, Simon Fuller third, Mango fourth, Matt Bolton's on our left-hand side gets a great start there and makes his way up a couple of positions. We actually go down a position. Alex Tucker there making a good move on the inside. We're going to try and hang it all the way around the outside. Let's see if we can do that. Alex just nibbles into the back of Simon Fuller up ahead, and we have the inside line now for this hairpin. So down one place, back up that place again. Let's see if we can do anything. Next available overtaking opportunity is down into this very fast straight and then hairpin. And if you look up ahead, disaster for Tom Brown there. This comes together with Matt Bolton, the two lightweights. Absolute disaster for Tom Brown's championship. He needs to be making some inroads there, but he's dropped to the back of the field. Fuller just ahead of us, just gets the apex wrong there. We're going to punish him for it up the inside. He's going to come back at us, so we're going to need to move to the left-hand side there to ensure that he can't come back at us, and that's job done. So down a place and then back up 3 positions. So not a bad kind of opening lap and a half. So we now have Justin Hammond, heavyweight, Matt Bolton, lightweight, and then us, Mango, unfortunately a heavyweight. So Matt goes down the inside of Justin. Nice clean move there, and you can see there, just doing that one move has actually really sort of compromised both of them. We were quite a long way behind, and that there is a penalty for Matt Bolton as a result of the contact one lap ago, which resulted in Tom Brown spinning. So although it's Bolton, Hammond, Mango in on track, we've actually got a situation now where it's the 2 heavyweights, Hammond and then Mango, who are going to be in first and second position as things stand at the moment. So again, things going reasonably well at the moment. Not a bad not a bad start to this race, and we just close up on Justin into the braking zone there. Justin, you notice that he's pitching his kart sideways to get it turned and get it slowed down. He's doing that very effectively. Justin very sensibly gives us room on the entry to 1, and that allows him to take track position for the entry to 2. He defends exactly what you should be doing there. We're going to go give a little bit of space on the entry to try and get a better exit, and this exit is going to be really important, but we just get wide on the entry there, and you can see how much that's cost us. I'm actually checking behind there to see if anyone else is going to be coming up closer, and rather than thinking about putting a move on Justin, we are, I'm afraid, looking behind us now. But again, just close up in the braking zone. Not the end of the world, just the end of lap 3 here, so we have got some time to put some moves onto Justin if we can. Again, Justin just misses the apex there, and that allows us to get right back onto the back of him. So yeah, we're really pushing these karts. I know that I try and keep the steering as still as possible, so it might look like I'm just sort of driving around, but I can assure you we are certainly pushing them as far as we can possibly go. Again, not a great apex and an exit there really. That was not ideal, so we're not really in a position to attack Justin here. But have a look at this. Oh, Justin he pitches the kart sideways. I get caught out by that and I take him out. Absolutely my fault. I'm expecting a penalty here. That's actually a no contact warning for someone else. Tom Brown, I believe. Now here it is again. I've slowed it down. So Justin, we hit the brakes at the same time, and at this point it's all good. But as Justin pitches the kart sideways, it allows him to get on the gas earlier, and it really effectively slows him down. And I'm just caught out by that. I can't slow myself down as quickly as he's managed to do that, and I just hit into the back of him and turn him round. Absolute nightmare. As far as we're concerned, I actually didn't get a penalty for that. I deserved it. Here it is from Justin's point of view. There he is, minding his own business, and there, I'm afraid, is me. Now, as a result of that, Justin loses one place. Tom Brown's just on his left-hand side there, but Justin manages to hold position. Justin has Simon Fuller in front of him, and he's got it all to do now as a result of my rather clumsy move. It wasn't even a move. I wasn't trying to make a move. I just very clumsily wiped him out. So I'm very sorry to you, Justin. As a result of that, bit of frustration. Watch this. Justin loses it, and then, Nick Fallon, nowhere to go. This is Nick's view. Oof. And Nick's actually thrown out of the kart. His feet, as a result of being on the pedals, pull him back in. But here's Nick, and he actually gets wiped out. There he is, hitting himself onto the tarmac. And then he gets pulled back in. Now, Nick actually, the force of that ripped the airbox off and I think damaged the engine on the kart. So he's not going to be going anywhere. Now, at this point, I've no idea any of this has happened behind me. You can just see on the right-hand side the yellow flags being thrown. It becomes apparent as we come down here. At the moment, all of the yellow flags are local. So they're just... they are just local to that one area. But as we turn the final corner and the severity of the situation has become apparent, we've got a full course yellow. Okay, so this full course yellow actually goes on for probably 4 or 5 laps, something like that. As we round the corner here, we can see the marshal's moving towards where Nick has come to a stop. There he is. At this point, I thought that was just a kart failure. Normally they will put out it was a kart failure actually, but it was crash damage. Nick had to walk back to the pits. He was okay in the end. He was quite winded. He had to spend a little bit of time in the kart, but Nick was just there on the left. As I was looking the wrong way, the green flag dropped. But yeah, they will always throw a full course caution if there is a kart stranded on track and someone has to walk back, or they have to put marshals onto the track to collect the kart. And that was very much the case there. Yeah, nothing actually wrong with the kart. It was just Nick's body being thrown out, which then ripped the airbox off. So they had to move the kart by themselves. Tom Brown there making his recovery just up on the left. He waves us back through. We're probably not going to bother holding Tom up too much. There he is just on our left-hand side at the moment. But no point in fighting him. We are in the heavyweight category, Tom in the lightweight category. So Tom will be keen to get after Matt Bolton, who is up ahead there. The two championship protagonists, Tom and Nick, obviously not had a great start to this round. There's Tom. Just give him a little bit of space on the apex. This is the last lap. We were obviously behind that full course caution for quite a while. But yeah, just want to say obviously sorry to Justin. Very clumsy move on my part, and obviously really kind of ruined Justin's first heat there. Totally my fault. At the time, I couldn't quite remember in my mind's eye whether Justin had sort of lost it and that's as a result, or he'd lost it and then I hit him, or he lost it because I hit him. And it was very clear looking back at the footage that he would have made that corner. Justin was pitching the kart, a little bit like Tom has done there. Justin was using the brakes to turn the kart. That's an absolute bona fide technique. It allows you to get on the gas earlier, and that's what he was doing. As a result of that, I just got caught out and hit Justin. So very sorry to Justin for that. Like I said, I didn't get a penalty for it, but I really should have done. A bit of a difficult one to defend that. But we're on to Heat 2 now. Alex Tucker gets a great start. Alex Tucker, the heavyweight, and into the lead, but he just overcooks it slightly. But that's all right. He's going to have the inside line for turn 2. Matt Bolton on our left-hand side there. He tries to do what we did, go all the way around the outside of Alex. He actually gets onto the glass slightly. We just get sandwiched between Matt and Tom. But Matt gets a great kind of launch off the hairpin in turn 3, and now he has the inside line here. That's going to force Alex just to be on the less grippy part of the track. Very subtle difference, but you notice that I just gapped him there as he was on the left hand side. We throw it up the inside, pitch the kart right to get it turned and block past Alex. So that's job done, up into third position. But importantly, the two in front of us are, as we've got a no contact warning for kart 143. That's not us, so that's okay. Most importantly, up into P1 in class. The two ahead of us are lightweights, so yeah, not too much of an issue. And I would have thought, I think, yeah, there he is, Tom Brown, the ever-present Tom Brown. We're just going to let him through there again and just give him a bit of space. I'm really not too concerned about these guys just up ahead. I would much rather lose, kind of no time and just have them go past me than fight them and then get swallowed up by some of my championship rivals like Justin or Alex or Simon, who are always right there. So I just give Tom the thumbs up there. I know he can't see me, but I know he watches the video, so I thought I'd give him the thumbs up to acknowledge his thank you. So really, as long as we can just stay in the sort of slipstream, we're probably we're edging towards being a little bit too far back actually now to get any benefit from the slipstream. Again, you can see there the difference between the heavies and the lights. I mean, today it was quite significant actually. When it's colder, far less significant, but it's all in the traction zones, isn't it? It's all in the getting that extra weight out of the slow corners. And you do notice that certain types of corners punish being heavier more than others. It's the same for everyone, and actually there are some heavier drivers than me that I have seen do a much better job on the exit. Driving at Club 100, for example, I've had the opportunity to race some super heavyweights who are extremely quick, and they're just proving that actually it's more about what you're doing rather than how heavy you are, which is the most important thing in karting. So we're just gonna go round now and try and stay out of trouble. It was an interesting one today actually. Earlier I released a few highlights of on YouTube of some of the incidents that happened today. There was only 7 of us out on track actually in this round. But it was almost like a touring car race. So it was quite a lot of contact, and obviously I am responsible for some of it. Now I have to say, even though today was quite frantic, and I'd say particularly in the lightweight, there was obviously one issue with me wiping Justin out, but in the lightweight class there seemed to be loads of contact as well, and I'm calling this in the thumbnail. You would have seen it was almost like a touring car race. Honestly, it's not normally like that. This is probably one of the most gentlemanly kind of race series that I've ever been involved in. And I think, again, particularly on the as we cross the line, particularly in the heavyweight division, I can count on one hand the number of times there's actually been any kind of meaningful contact. I just moved it forward there because really there wasn't that much else that happened in Heat 2. The lightweights just crept ever so slightly ahead of me, there we are. I did that. The lightweights just crept ever so slightly ahead of me. I was able to finish Heat 2 without wiping anyone else. All of that together, actually, because of the problems the lightweights had, put us P2 on the grid overall. Actually, Tom and Nick get a great start. I was sleeping a little bit, but that's all right. Actually, I don't really want lots of lightweights behind me. Now, Tom and Nick are off, and Matt Bolton. There he is. He's another lightweight, very, very quick. He's going to be up the inside as well. Now that's actually, I know it sounds not ideal, suboptimal, I think is the Formula One engineers kind of saying for this. But actually, in a way, I'm quite relieved that the lightweights who started behind me have got through without me losing any time, without me being put offline, without me having any kind of issues at all. If they can get through, I'm just going to let them fight amongst themselves. That's absolutely fine. We are, like I say, in a different championship, and it's not too much of a problem. And apart from anything else, in terms of footage, all of this makes quite good footage because the lightweight battle is really, really intense. It's really great to watch. So I'm sitting here with a bit of a grin on my face, thinking, go on boys, let's show us a fantastic show. And my job, of course, is going to be to try and keep up with them, and that is easier said than done. You can see there that already they are making a little bit of a gap. Tom defends into the hairpin, terrifying hairpin. That your entry is about 55 miles an hour. I might get rid of this miles per hour thing. I can see earlier on in the footage that it wasn't working. They were saying that we were doing about 20 miles an hour on the approach to but I can assure you it's 55 miles an hour and there is no runoff. So yeah, if you get it wrong, then you are going straight into that barrier, and that really hurts. And there's also race control right there as well, so you're going to be seen making a bit of a ninny of yourself. Right, as we are just following these guys, perhaps a championship update. So in the lightweights, at the moment, at present, Nick Fallon is on 99 points, followed by Mark Hensler, who actually missed this round. So Mark is in second at the moment, but I guess that Tom Brown, who's in third, will take second position as Mark's not here today. So Nick is on 99 points, Mark on 75, and Tom on 73. So yeah, Tom, I imagine, will go up into P2 in this championship. Now Tom missed the previous round, so there is a bit of a gap. It's actually really close between Nick and Tom. Again, you can see here, can't you, how close it is. There's really nothing between them. In the heavies, it's Grubby Mango on 100 points, and then Justin Hammond on 96, and then Alex Tucker on 76. That's the top three in both class. Now we don't know what the points are going to be from this round yet, but it's just. Hopefully it's going to be hopefully it's going to go in my favour, but you get points for pretty much everything, including the heats. You used to get points for fastest lap as well. I wonder if they still do that. Actually, I'll have to check the regulations, but fastest lap, and again, do you get points for as there's a move there. Nick has just made a move into the lead, and actually here's my baby. It's come to comment on the video as well. Hello, the baby, racing baby. Now here we are. It's actually a really important move here. It was 3 wide, and it was actually Tom's letting Matt go there. It was actually Tom into the side of Matt, into the side of Nick there, which caused Nick to go around, and that's a really kind of significant moment there, because for the championship and for any kind of penalties that are going to be coming our way. The baby's making a load of noise here. That wasn't me, that noise. Hello, racing baby. Come to do some commentary on Grubby Mango there, as we go down into the here. It's a really important point. Tom throws his hands up, and I thought he had a kart failure, but in actual fact, bye racing baby. In actual fact, Tom doesn't seem to actually have a problem. I thought he might have had a problem with his kart there, but in actual fact, he seems to be continuing onwards. So important one to sort of think about here, because we're about to get onto a really fast straight, and it's going to have to be really aware of whether or not. Yeah, there he is. Throws his hands up again. So we had to take evasive there. It was really close one to see whether. Just to avoid him. That would have been. I would have rear-ended him at quite some speed, actually. So Tom goes into the pits actually there. Now he knows that he's got a penalty, but that's actually not. You don't go into the pits for a penalty. You I think it's time penalties if you do pick up a penalty there. So Tom goes off into the pits, and he goes for a kart change. So again, a bit of a nightmare for his championship there, it's tough to overtake on this circuit, and I'd say that the normal circuit is the one which gets the majority of the overtaking moves done, or done cleanly, I should say. There is Tom coming back out of the pits there in a fresh kart. You can see that it's a cold kart. We just skip it forward again here because Matt Bolton just moves ahead of us ever so slightly every single lap, and Nick Fallon, who is behind us at the moment, I believe is about to make a move on us. And again, we don't need to be holding him up. We're just going to let him go through. Where is he? There he is. Yes, we just give him some space on the entry there. Nick gives us the thumbs up. But Tom is actually, although Tom Brown is behind us and behind Nick, he's actually a lap down now. There he is. So this battle that we're going to look at is just going to be for pride. So there we are. Yeah, there's Tom. Tom just thanks us as well. Again, we don't need to be fighting these guys. The main objective is going to be keeping Simon and Alex and Justin behind us. That is that's the main objective here. So that's what we need to do. But just having a look at this, like I say, this is a great battle actually. Again, this is all for pride. And I suppose a little bit of confidence and making sure that Tom doesn't want Nick to think that he's got the upper hand. Nick doesn't want Tom to think that he's got the upper hand. It's a difficult one for Nick really, because Nick will know that Tom has been into the pits. I think Nick was close enough when I went past Tom to know and to have seen Tom go into the pits, and I know that Nick actually saw Tom come out of the pits as well. I think Nick actually overtook Tom whilst Tom's tyres were very cold and the engine was cold. You saw all that oil bellowing out the exhaust. That is the two-stroke oil coming out the back. That's what happens when the car is very cold. But Tom has now warmed his car up, and the pace is much better now. So he's able to give Nick a little race. And is he going to go for the move? Oh yeah, locks up, and just about manages it. Good little battle this. Very nice, and nice clean one. So every lap they're always learning. They're always battling against each other, and they have a great, very, very fierce, but a very professional relationship, these two. You'll see at the end of the race, they like to give themselves a little, get a little fist bump there. Like I say, overall, this round was full of quite important moments, and it ended up being quite a significant amount of contact, which, like I say, is not normal for this championship, not normal for this set of drivers. But as we are entering the business end of the season, it's going to become increasingly important to ensure that we are making the most of every single opportunity. And what I would say is that none of the contact you've seen here today has been, I'm not going to say deliberate, because the moves have been deliberate, but it's not been intentionally. No one's intentionally taken anyone else out. The moves have been sort of legitimate, and the moves have been with a view to make a position, as opposed to with a view to ruin someone else's day. Clubbing is racing, as they say. Now, as we go over the line, you can see there that Tom and Nick just very, very slowly again increased their advantage over me, and it was Matt Bolton, Tom and Nick, although it will be Tom, Nick, and then myself. Sorry, it'll be Matthew, myself, and then Nick. Thanks very much for watching. See you next time.